Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. P, and I am reading Chapter 11 of Stef Soto, Taco Queen by Jennifer Torres. Amanda is waiting for me in the hallway outside our classroom when I get to school on Monday morning. Well, she asks. Well, what? Well, you know what. What did your parents say? Are you coming to see Viviana Vega? Stef, you have to come. Well, they haven't said no, I tell her, trying to sound optimistic. In my head, I add, yet. Well, I talked to my mom, and she says you can come over to my house for dinner on Saturday, Amanda continues. And then my sister will drop us off at the arena and wait for us right outside until it's over. I mean, she'll be right there. Practically with us. That has to make your parents feel better, right? My mom can call your mom if you want. That's okay, I shrug. I wish that would help, but I don't think it will. Amanda's sister's 17, almost an adult, but Mommy and Poppy won't see it that way. As far as Amanda's concerned, it's a done deal. She's still talking about the concert and the songs she hopes Viviana Vega will perform as we walk into Ms. Barlow's classroom. It takes me a few seconds to notice, but everyone stops talking as Amanda and I hang our bags off the backs of our chairs. What? We say in unison. Amanda, were you on the radio the other day? Jake asks. More questions fly at her, one after the other. Is it true you get to meet Viviana Vega? Can you get me her autograph? Who are you going to take with you? Even Arthur, who still says he can't stand Viviana Vega, pulls his headphones down around his neck to listen. Amanda winks. Stef, I'm going with Stef, she says, pulling me toward her desk. She's actually the one who called. It was her phone. Stef doesn't even have a phone, Julia sniffs without looking up from hers. But no one seems to notice, and before she can say anything else, class begins, and Ms. Barlow prints today's writing exercise on the board. Describe what it feels like to be wrong. After about 15 minutes, she tells us that when we've come to a good stopping place, we can put away our journals for some free reading time. Doesn't happen very often, but ever since Miss Barlow told me graphic novels count as books, I look forward to free reading almost as much as art class. Whoa, that was too close, huh? I see Arthur slide his journal into his desk and pull a music magazine out of his backpack. The cover's ripped off, probably because his mom thought the picture was inappropriate for school, but she lets him read it anyway. Amanda grabs a book from Mrs. Barlow's library and takes it back to her desk, turns a few pages, closes it, takes it back to the library, and chooses another, and then another, and then another. I'm startled when the bell rings and I haven't even closed my journal. I've written 3 full pages. Wait a minute, where am I? Okay, I want to make sure you could actually see. 3 full pages, not on what it feels like to be wrong, but on finally convincing my parents I've been right about deserving some independence, and especially about deserving to go to the Viviana Vega concert. We have a test in math, so there isn't time to talk about the concert. But in science, there's a substitute teacher, and while we fill our worksheets, Amanda keeps whispering plans across the table. And by lunchtime, I've caught her contagious optimism and can almost see myself at the arena with her. I wonder if they'll let us take pictures inside, Amanda considers. And then she slumps. I wonder if we'll be close enough to even see. And recovers. Oh well, I mean, at least we'll be there, right? You can always sneak up closer, Arthur offers helpfully, but then he turns to me and tilts his head. But Stef, do you really think your mom and dad are going to let you go? He knows better than Amanda what it's like to have overprotective parents. Of course they are, Amanda answers for me. They have to. They might, I say. Miracles can happen, Arthur shrugs. And then, at the end of the day, an actual miracle actually happens. I leave school and I scan the parking lot looking for Tia Perla. She isn't there. Not a trace of her. No way. Amanda jogs off to practice, and Arthur climbs in the front seat of his mom's sedan. I wave goodbye and start walking, a few steps behind Julia. She turns around when she hears me, and I flash a smile even more sparkling sweet than hers. She wrinkles her eyebrows and her nose. Pretty much her whole face is scrunched up in confusion. Then she snaps her head back around, and her red-brown hair flutters down, smooth and straight over her shoulders, as though nothing had even disturbed it. She continues on to the bus stop without looking back, and I smile again, for real this time. I turn the corner and walk towards the gas station where I'm supposed to meet Poppy, and it takes me less than 10 minutes to get there, and just like I've always said, absolutely nothing, even remotely dangerous, happens along the way. I'm considering whether to give Poppy an I told you so speech, or whether it would be smarter to act as though leaving school on my own was nothing out of the ordinary, when I noticed Tia Perla parked alongside 2 other taco trucks. And that's definitely out of the ordinary. These trucks aren't like Hero. I think that's how you pronounce that. They might look a little different than Tia Perla, but their menus are almost exactly the same. I could probably guess what they serve without even looking. Tacos, burritos, super burritos, tortas, tostadas. It's not good for anyone's business for taco trucks to be parked so close together. When he sees me, Poppy waves me over to where he and the 2 other drivers are, standing under the shade of Tia Perla's canopy, studying a piece of paper. Does it really say we need bathrooms? Asked one of the men, shaking his head. And we have to move every hour? This is going to put me out of business. Estefania, go inside and get a soda and then come out and read this for me, Poppy says calmly. I decide that the soda can wait. The letter is addressed to Poppy, and it's stamped with the city seal. Dear Mr. Soto, I read out loud, you are receiving this notice because you are an officially registered mobile food vendor. We are writing to inform you of proposed regulations that, if adopted, could affect your business. You are invited to attend a public meeting or a public hearing to discuss the attached proposals that we hope will maintain a quiet and clean environment throughout the city and will ensure the health and safety of all citizens. On the next page is what looks like a list of rules for food trucks like Tia Perla. Trucks must be parked within 100 feet of a public restroom. Is that even possible? Operators must move their trucks every 60 minutes. Well, that makes no sense. As soon as we set up everything, it would be time to pack it all in again. Permits must be renewed every year instead of every 5 years, and will be granted based in part on vehicle appearance. I stop reading. This sounds just like that letter in the commissary. Maybe it really was serious after all. Poppy? I glance up, searching his face for clues about whether we should worry. He looks like he's still trying to decide, and even though I've finished translating for him, I ask, what does this mean? Well, it means we're all out of a job, one of the other drivers grumbles, and Poppy takes the letter, folds it, and tucks it back inside the envelope. It's going to be all right, he says finally. We'll go to this meeting. We'll explain to them no one is out of a job. The other drivers leave, and Poppy, Tia Perla, and I stay at the gas station for the rest of the evening. I decide not to bring up the Viviana Vega concert, and Poppy doesn't either. And we will come back with chapter 12 next time.